a split second, I wished I had amnesia. I leaned out and saw him standing below, the same Terry who had been wrapped around Rachel just hours before. His voice was slurring, pleading. Ava, stop being angry, okay? Please, just change the application. The UK, it's great. I'll take you to see Big Ben. The pebble clattered against my window, a sound I'd once associated with late-night sneaks, whispered confessions, and promises under the stars. Now, it just felt like a taunt. I leaned over the sill, the cool night air biting at my cheeks, and stared down at Terry. He was swaying slightly, his jacket unzipped, eyes glazed, drunk, no doubt, from the concert after-party. His phone was in his hand, screen lit up with what looked like the university application portal. Ava, he slurred again, raising his voice to cut through the quiet of the neighborhood. Come on, don't be stupid. Paris is fine, but the UK's better. We'll be together. Just change it, please. I crossed my arms, my voice cold. Why should I? He blinked, like he hadn't expected that question. For a second, his drunken bravado wavered, and I saw a flicker of the boy I'd grown up with, the one who'd cried when I got hurt, who'd helped me study for French exams at 2 a.m., who'd promised to buy me croissants every morning in Paris. But then it was gone, replaced by that familiar arrogance. Because you always do, he said, like it was the most obvious thing in the world. You're my little shadow, remember? You can't stand being without me. He fumbled with his phone, holding it up. See? I already changed mine. Just log into your account. It's easy. I'll even walk you through it. I laughed, a sharp, bitter sound. You really think I'm going to drop everything for you? After you switched our plans without telling me? After you kissed Rachel? His face darkened. That was a dare. It didn't mean anything. Neither did Paris, apparently. I shot back. Or our 12 years together. Or any of your promises. He stumbled forward, grabbing onto the fence below my window for support. Ava, don't be like this. I didn't mean to hurt you. Rachel's been through a lot. Her dad left. She's got depression. Oh, spare me. I interrupted. You used that excuse for months. I believed you. I felt sorry for her. But you weren't helping her, Terry. You were replacing me. And you didn't even have the decency to tell me to my face. He opened his mouth to argue, but I kept going, the words pouring out like a dam breaking. You told the group chat I'd follow you because I can't live without you. You said dealing with me was a hassle. You let your friends call me pathetic, let Rachel play the victim while you painted me as the jealous psycho. And now you're here, drunk, begging me to change my application like nothing happened? No. I'm done. Terry's jaw tightened. He'd never liked being told no. Not by me, anyway. For years, I'd bent to his will, smoothed his rough edges, followed him even when it meant compromising my own wants. But not anymore. Fine, he snapped, his voice sharp with anger. Be that way. Go to Paris alone. See if I care. But don't come crying to me when you're lonely, when you realize you made a mistake. He stumbled back, nearly tripping over his own feet. And for the record, I didn't switch for Rachel. The UK program is better. It's more prestigious. You're just too stupid to see that. With that, he turned and stumbled down the driveway, muttering under his breath. I watched him go, my chest tight, until his car roared to life and disappeared around the corner. Then I closed the window, leaned against it, and let the tears come. Not for him, for the girl I'd been, the one who'd loved him blindly, who'd thought their future was unbreakable. At 11:58 p.m. my phone buzzed. It was a text from Ethan. You sure you don't want to double-check your app? Deadline's in 2 minutes. I picked up my laptop, opened the portal, and stared at my application. Paris. My dream, not his. I'd worked for it just as hard as he had. Harder, maybe, because I'd never let our relationship overshadow my goals. Terry had always thought my ambition was tied to him, but it had never been. Paris was for me, for the art history program that no UK university could match, for the chance to study in the city I'd obsessed over since I was a kid, for the freedom to be my own person. I clicked submit at 11:59 p.m. exactly. The next morning, my phone blew up. First, it was the senior class group chat, now renamed Terry Rachel's UK Adventure. How original. Messages were pouring in, all asking why I hadn't switched my application. Did Ava miss the deadline? Terry, did you talk to her? She's still going to Paris? Wow, she's really throwing a fit. Thought she'd cave. Terry's reply was short and sharp. She's being stubborn. Let her go. Her loss. Then came a text from Rachel, predictably sweet and fake. Ava, I'm so sorry this happened. I know you're upset, but Terry really does care about you. Maybe you can take a gap year and apply to the UK next year? We'd love to have you. I deleted the text without replying. Then I blocked Rachel's number, too. Clean slate. A week later, acceptance letters arrived. I opened mine first. Congratulations, Ava Carter. You've been accepted into the art history program at the University of Paris Sorbonne. I screamed, jumping up and down, and ran to show my mom. She hugged me tight, crying. I'm so proud of you, baby. You deserve this. An hour later, Terry called. I debated not answering, but curiosity got the better of me. Did you get it? He asked, his voice unusually quiet. Get what? Your acceptance. To Paris. I smiled. Yeah, I did. There was a long pause. Good, he said, but it didn't sound genuine. I got into my UK school, too. Rachel did, too. Congratulations, I said, my voice neutral. Another pause. Ava, are you really going? Yes. Why? He sounded desperate, like he was grasping for a reason to make me stay. Paris is so far. What if you hate it? What if you get lonely? I won't, I said. I've got plans, friends, a life that doesn't revolve around you. He scoffed, but it lacked conviction. You're just saying that to hurt me. I'm saying it because it's true, I replied. Terry, we grew up together. We had good times. But you chose Rachel. You chose to throw away our future for someone who plays the victim to get what she wants. And I chose me. That's it. I could hear him breathing heavily on the other end. What if I broke up with Rachel? Would you change your mind? My heart skipped a beat. For a split second, I imagined it. Terry realizing his mistake, begging for forgiveness, us going to Paris together like we'd planned. But then I remembered the group chat, the kiss with Rachel, the way he'd called me a little shadow like it was a flaw. I remembered how he'd never respected my boundaries, how he'd taken my love for granted for years. No, I said firmly. It's not about Rachel. It's about you and me. We're not right for each other anymore. You need someone who'll follow you anywhere, who'll put your needs above their own. That's not me. He didn't say anything for a long time. Then, in a voice so quiet I could barely hear it, he said, I'm sorry, Ava. For everything. It was the first time he'd ever apologized, truly apologized, for hurting me. And for a second, I felt a pang of sadness. But it was too late. The damage was done. Me too, I said. Goodbye, Terry. I hung up and blocked his number again. This time, I didn't feel sad. I felt free. The next few months flew by. I packed my bags, said goodbye to my family and friends, and prepared for Paris. Ethan, who'd also gotten into Sorbonne, turns out his coincidence was more like a plan. He'd known about my dream of Paris since freshman year and applied there just in case, offered to fly with me. We'd grown close over the summer, bonding over our shared excitement for the future, and I was grateful to have him by my side. On the day I left, my mom drove me to the airport. As we pulled up, I saw a familiar figure standing near the entrance, Terry. He wasn't with Rachel. He was alone, holding a small gift bag, looking lost. My mom squeezed my hand. Do you want to talk to him? I hesitated. Part of me wanted to ignore him, to walk past like he'd done to me so many times. But another part, the part that still remembered the boy who'd helped me study for French exams, wanted closure. I'll be right back, I said, getting out of the car. Terry saw me and stepped forward, his hands stuffed in his pockets. Hey, I replied, keeping my distance. He held out the gift bag. It's for you. A going-away present. I know it's late, but I wanted to give it to you. I took it, hesitating before opening it. Inside was a small silver Eiffel Tower necklace, the same one I'd pointed out in a jewelry store 2 years ago, the one he'd laughed at and said was too touristy. I remembered you liked it, he said, his voice awkward. Thought you might want something to remind you of, well, not me, but of the good times, I guess. I closed the bag, my throat tight. Thank you, Terry. It's beautiful. He nodded, looking down at his feet. Rachel and I broke up a month ago. She lied about her dad leaving. He's still in her life. And the depression? It was all an act. She just wanted attention. Wanted me to choose her over you. I wasn't surprised. Rachel had always been good at manipulating people, but I didn't feel happy about their breakup. I just felt sorry for him. I'm sorry to hear that, I said. He looked up at me, his eyes red. I messed up, Ava. Big time. I thought I wanted Rachel. Excitement, drama, someone who needed me. But I didn't. I wanted you. I always did. But I was too stupid to see it until it was too late. I didn't know what to say, so I said nothing. I applied to transfer to Sorbonne, he said suddenly, for next semester. I know it's a long shot, but I had to try. I need to make things right. If you'll let me. My heart froze. I stared at him, shocked. Terry, that's a huge decision. You can't just transfer because of me.